Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 11th. This week, we're going to jump right in here. You have this never-ending story card and this go the distance card. So I kind of feel like there is some sort of story that needs to come to an end, or that you are trying to bring to an end. You know, it could be something about your finances. You know, this go the distance card kind of represents follow through. It represents, kind of like crossing the finish line and then keep going. So it basically says, don't celebrate too soon and make sure you're keeping momentum going in your life, especially if you're having some sort of victory or, some sort of big win here in your life. And sorry, I'm just dropping cards today apparently, but we'll take both. So again, I kind of feel like you have to kind of have more follow through at this time, especially if you are winning, or if you're, it looks to me like some of you could be about to have some sort of win. And so I would just make sure to have that follow through type energy and, see something through to the end. You have the King of Pentacles, sorry, this isn't working either. The King of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. The King of Pentacles, of course, is abundance and success coming in for you. So I feel like there could be a lot of abundance coming in with the King of Pentacles. It does look to me like a lot of you could be focused on your finances. You even have the Ace of Pentacles showing up here. So a lot of you could be more like work focused this week, or you could be trying to improve your work in some way. And the King of Pentacles is about focusing on your skills. He has these grapes all over his cloak, and it kind of says you have a skill. And I kind of feel this is a skill that you need to go on an adventure with the Knight of Wands. And I also feel you need to follow your heart with the Queen of Cups, as all fixed signs kind of need to do right now. But sometimes it's like we think we want to do something, and, I feel like you could be very close to what you discovering, like your purpose, whatever you want to call it. But it's almost like you have to, play with your purpose, or you have to explore it on a deeper level. And I feel that's what that is encouraging. You have the Queen of Swords, which could be you just showing up in this position. I like the Queen of Swords because she sees things clearly for the first time. She only has clouds halfway up her body on the card. And it kind of says that she is just seeing things clearly for the first time. She understands where she's going, where she's coming from, what she needs to do, and, all that other good stuff. And I feel like that's what the Queen of Swords is saying. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, happy home, happy family, just good things coming in after a difficult period of time. And that's really all I get off of the Ten of Cups, is that a lot of you are entering into maybe a lighter energy, or an energy where you're more focused on happiness or creating more happiness in your life. The people on this card are choosing happiness. They are celebrating those 10 cups that are above their heads. And so I feel for a lot of you that you are going to be celebrating, good things that are happening for you, or, successes. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is amazing. Ten of Pentacles is, everything you want and desire in your life. It forms the tree of life. Ten of Pentacles is a card of education, so anything you can do to learn more about what it is that you do in your life that will make you more successful. So it's all about kind of learning as much as you can. Both of these cards I consider foundational cards as well. King of Pentacles definitely has a solid foundation. Ten of Pentacles is building or leaving a legacy, which is building a solid foundation. So again, a lot of you could be feeling more stable at this time, or you may, that is the time that you're entering into. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Page of Swords, which is about curiosity. Every single person has had the Page of Swords this week. So it could be a very curious week where, you're just interested in ideas, plans, goals, wishes, dreams. And the Page of Swords just encourages you to be playful. Exactly what I said on that Knight of Wands. He needs to play with his curiosity. If something is interesting to him, he needs to just kind of like work on it or play with it and see where it goes. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Death card. Yeah, definitely some sort of change in your life. I feel like these changes, the changes that are happening are making you more happy. And the other thing is that we go up to the Eight of Cups in this first diagonal here. And the Eight of Cups is not really a bad card. I consider it a good card. He's walking away from things that no longer serve him. So, this right here would tell me that, again, you are just more focused on your own happiness, which is probably a good thing. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you. You have the Swan Spirit, says time for a deep dive. You also have this Mouse Spirit, says tend to the small things. Yes, I think that for a lot of you that it could be a very detail-oriented week. I'm really surprised like the Eight of Pentacles hasn't shown up in this reading, or even the Seven of Pentacles I would accept as well. But I would pay attention to like the small little details. It's never like the big things that we forget, or it's never really like the big things that we mess up. It's always like those tiny little details that get in the way, that stop things from working. And again, we are entering into Mercury retrograde at the end of the month, and we're almost in the shadow. And depending on when you're watching this video, we might be in the shadow if you're watching it later. But what I would say is, pay attention to the small things. With the Swan Spirit, it's about kind of like looking into how you feel about things. Swans eat under the water. They stick their heads under the water to get food. And so they have to, kind of dive into their emotional state, or they have to dive into the emotional world to get their nourishment, right? And so I feel for a lot of you with the Queen of Cups especially, that following your heart is going to nourish you more. And, that has all sorts of benefits there, Aquarius. You have the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles, just bossing up, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of your readings have been talking about you being more of a boss, or bossing up, or taking more control, or making things happen. And that's kind of what I feel with the Emperor, is that you're just bossing up just in general. I feel like there could be a lot more success coming in for you as well with the Emperor. And the Emperor could represent you just taking control of your finances, especially with the Ace of Pentacles also showing up in this reading. So overall, I just feel pretty good about the Emperor. For some of you, this could be a person, although, again, this is definitely one of those readings that I would say is more about you. It's all about you, Aquarius, and you taking control. You have the Knight of Wands. I'm hearing like the words travel bug or something are popping into my head. So some of you might have a craving, have that travel bug thing going on, where it's like you have a craving to travel, or maybe you have a craving to make some improvements in your life, or to go in a new direction. And I would follow that with this card. I feel it would be good for you. The Knight of Wands is also, like, I was feeling it was talking about you exploring something and, being more playful. I always use the example, not to talk about myself too much, but like when I started this channel, I had another channel that disappeared. I deleted it by accident. I regret it now. It was super cringy, but I regret it now. And I also had another business, and I thought that other business was going to, be way more successful than this, but this ended up taking off. And that's what I mean by being playful. Like, I just went in the direction and allowed what was working to work, right? And that's what I feel with the Knight of Wands. It's saying, sometimes I think we get this like idea, like, oh, I'm going to be a chef, or I'm going to be this, or I'm going to be that. And it's like, it prevents us from seeing like all the other opportunities that could be more exciting or more fun. And I feel like this is just saying, stay open and allow for other things to work better, right? You have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is work hard, play hard. I do feel like you're very busy. I feel we've been saying this all year, that it could be a very busy time for you. I do feel there's like more work coming up for you as well. So, for those of you that work, I'm also hearing the word clients as well. So if you have clients, I also feel that you could be improving on, the client side of things, right? But I feel like there could just be general improvements with the Two of Pentacles. And I also feel like you could be getting like a little bit more busy with the Two of Pentacles. But again, it looks to me like it's paying off. I also am getting, Six of Cups here going this way. Six of Cups can be a gift from the universe, and it can just say that you're removing an obstacle or some sort of obstacle you have been bumping up against. You're moving past it. So like I said, this could be like a debt or something like that you're working on taking care of. With the Emperor, you have the Ten of Cups. Yes, more fortune after difficulty. Ten of Cups twice, which is amazing. And I love these two together. The Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles, would really represent getting what you want. If this is love, it would be very good as well. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords. Yes, do not stay too fixed, right? Like, I probably could have grown my channel a lot faster if I focused on it. For like the first 4 years, I was like more focused on the other thing, right? And I wasn't taking this as seriously as I am now. I was still taking it seriously, but just not as seriously. And it wasn't until I got serious that things took off. So, again, I would pay attention to what's really working and, stay flexible with that Knight of Wands. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Two of Wands. I feel like you're ready for growth. Like, some of you have that go the distance card. I didn't really show you this. And so let me show you. It's like a cheetah crossing a finish line. And I feel like that Two of Wands is saying that you are kind of like ready for the next level, or you're ready to have a level up or some sort of progress in your life. But with the Two of Wands, he has to get out into the world. He has the whole world in his hands there, and he needs to get out into the world to have these new experiences. And so I feel it's saying, like, you are ready. You are ready to take things to the next level. You're ready to progress, and I would follow that. Next, you have this in the area of what messages from your future self. You have this prepare and heal card, so prepare to heal, right? And I feel that some of you are preparing to heal. You have the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from things that no longer serve you, and he doesn't really know where he's walking. You know, some people say he's walking towards the Nine of Cups, which could be true, but we don't actually know that he is walking towards the Nine of Cups. He doesn't know where he is walking either, and so I feel, but you know, again, he just knows that he needs to walk away from those Eight Cups because it isn't right for him. And if you are walking away from something, you know, again, I think that this could be very, very healing, but it doesn't have to be you walking away from like a person or something like that. This could just be you walking away from ideas or, you know, a certain direction or things, you know, things that you're working on that aren't working and focusing on what is working. So, you know, I get a million different things here. Again, you have this Eight of Cups. You know, I would pay very close attention to the eclipses and just in general. You know, we have 2 more Pisces eclipses. I think the next one is in September of next year, obviously. Anytime I say that, people correct me, and it'll be like December, and they'll be like, of this year? I'm like, how can we go backwards? We can't, right? So, whatever. But what I would say is next year, and then we're going to have another one at the end of August of 2026. So, it is popping into my head that you should pay attention around the eclipses for like the next couple of years. You know, there could be... you know, it's almost like you're getting these portals that you can cross through. But sometimes I think the portals are asking you if you're ready. You know, it's like the universe is asking you if you're ready to take things to the next level. And if we don't accept less than we deserve, then we're passing, you know, the test, right? And I don't think the universe really tests us, but, you know, it kind of is. Next, you have the Ten of Swords. Wanted to come out with this Ace of Pentacles here. The Ten of Swords says something from the past is dead, done, over with, and there you go. You have a big new opportunity in front of you. So the Ten of Swords really represents a blessing in disguise. He's making the symbol there that I can't point to with his hands, and it's the same symbol the Hierophant is making on his card, and it just represents a blessing. So, you know, I think that for some of you, it's like once you release the past or something from the past, and again, it doesn't have to be a person. I really feel this is part of your story because you have that card that says never-ending story. So, you know, clearly there's something, you know, whatever has been repeating in your life, I would look at it and then pay attention to the details with the mouse, and I would say, like, why is this story repeating in my life? And then correcting it will probably bring, you know, this new big opportunity into your life with the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a great card of growth, and we see a lot of growth and abundance here. Ten of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups is where I was going with that, and the Sun. The Sun makes things grow. So we go this way down to the Sun, and it's just like an amazing reading. So definitely a new opportunity. You have the Queen of Cups. Again, I feel with the Swan Spirit and the Queen of Cups, it's going to be very important for you to pay attention to your emotions. If there was a card for that Swan Spirit, it would definitely be the Queen of Cups, right? She is deep in her emotions, and she follows her heart. So I think for a lot of you, this is about kind of like nourishing yourself and nourishing your emotions, like we already said with the Swan, and that will lead to, you know, whatever you want. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Star. Yes, the Star is about having a North Star. This is your only job for the next 20 years with Pluto on your sign, right? Is to pick something and make it happen. The Star is like your big vision, or your big dream, or your ultimate vision for your life. And the Star is about working towards it so that you can have it, and that's what I would do with the Star. Pretty simple. With the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is a card of taking a risk, and, you know, again, that go the distance card really does represent kind of taking a risk. You have to cross the finish line, and you have to keep going, and I feel that's what the Five of Swords is saying. Of course, with the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups, all these cards could say that you're leaving something behind. Even going this way here with the Two of Wands, you know, the Two of Wands, he needs to leave a comfort zone. So the Five of Swords, you know, I don't look at it as a bad card because the guy at the front of the card is the winner, and he has won. And the negative of the Five of Swords is that it can represent winning at all costs. It can say that you have done things, you know, in a negative way to win, right? But you have the Five of Swords and the good stuff, so I really feel that you're just winning, or, you know, and that might include, and sometimes the Five of Swords does hurt because sometimes you win, and people show you their true colors, and then you have to walk away from people who are jerks or whatever, but, you know, still I feel it's good. With the Queen of Cups, Cups, you have the Justice card. Yes, balance your emotions, right? The Justice card is about not looking at things as good or bad. The Justice person here is in a neutral position. So Justice is all about being neutral and not not thinking one way or the other, right? It's about kind of like gathering the facts. And I do feel that for you here, especially with this, this mouse spirit that said tend to the small things. I think that this can say that you need to look at both sides of everything that you're doing right now and kind of balance things out. Next, in the good stuff, you have this pull yourself close card. It says every part of your being is deserving love. You also have this practice freedom. It says release the weight of judgment. Kind of the Justice card, right? So I feel like for a lot of you, you need to not fear being judged or, people doing this, that, and the other thing. You have the Six of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Sun. The Six of Cups can represent a turnaround, of course. So again, the Six of Cups can say that, you have been bumping up against an obstacle and now things are turning around for you. Again, for some of you, there could be love, although I really don't think it is love reading, but like I said, I do feel there could be someone coming in for you. Could be an Emperor type person. A Six of Cups is usually a soulmate, so if you want love, it looks pretty good. I also feel that this is more that playful energy. We have a lot of playful energy in this reading, and so I think like being willing to make mistakes and being playful and just exploring would be a really good energy with these cards. You have the Five of Swords, and again, I think you're being proven the winner of something, or you have one in some area of your life, right? And I feel like this win is going to feel really good, whatever it is. So you were right all along, is what I feel like saying, Aquarius. It's like you're always right about something. So, I feel this Five of Swords is saying that. I do feel like you're also right to walk away from something. And, sometimes I feel like we think we want to walk away from something, and then people tell us we're like wrong for wanting to walk away from something, but really we know that we should walk away from something. So again, if you're walking away from anything at all, I think you are being proven right. You have the Sun, best card in the entire deck, so a lot of blessings, a lot of happiness coming in for you. Another childlike card. He has this wall behind him, and that wall represents the wall we all put up against our inner child. And so it kind of represents needing to be more playful or needing to put down our walls so that we can experience a more childlike vibe in our lives. And I feel like that's what the Sun is saying. The Sun also says the sun is shining on you. So you could be getting a lot of attention, which makes a lot of sense. Again, if I were Aquarius, that's all I would be focusing on. I say this in all your readings because I definitely think you should focus on it, is getting as much attention over the next, 20 years as you possibly can. Shine your light. And again, there's positive and negative attention. So make sure that you're getting positive attention. You have the Sun and the Star, which is like fame and fortune. With the Six of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune. This is the only card that I consider an X coming back, except for Judgment as well. Usually the Wheel of Fortune is not good for an X coming back, so yeah, I would definitely be careful, even though it's showing up in the good stuff. But I'm wondering, I kind of feel with the Six of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune that this is like something that keeps popping into your head. It's like, like maybe you've met a new person and maybe you were kind of not sure, right? And the Wheel of Fortune says if this person keeps popping in your head, even if you weren't sure, it might be a good time to give them a second chance, right? So again, I don't really feel this is an X. It could just be something that keeps popping into your head or you keep thinking about it. And, that's what I would say there. But again, you have that never-ending story card. So I would definitely be careful of any X's at this time with the Wheel of Fortune and that never-ending story card. It basically says you can avoid a mistake. With the Five of Swords, you have the Knight of Cups. Again, you could be taking a risk on a knight in shining armor, or there could be a person that you see as a knight in shining armor, and the Five of Swords says it would be a risk. And again, this could be a big win for you as well with that Five of Swords. I kind of get the feeling that, this person, you could be attracting a person if you do want love who has some exes that are not going to like this. So, but that tells me this person's like a winner. It's like maybe people really feel like they screwed up by letting this person go. So, this could be a real one. With the Sun, you have the Fool. Yeah, I think it's time to take a leap of faith towards your heart with that Queen of Cups. It's time to leap towards what your emotions are guiding you towards, or, whatever you want to call it. There you go. You have this Wreath card. It says sorrow over loss, 8 of Swords, 8 of Cups, 10 of Swords. What else? 5 of Swords even. But turn that frown upside down, Aquarius. I think things are about to improve or get better. You have this Forest card. It says muddled, unclear thinking, Wheel of Fortune. I'm telling you right now, Wheel of Fortune is a very good card, but, again, it can represent thoughts going this way and thoughts going that way, which I think is a very Aquarius thing. I have Mercury in Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius rising, so I have total Aquarian thinking, right? Because and I do this all the time where I'm like going back and forth. So, I think this is saying focus, tend to the small things, pay attention to the facts as well with the Justice card and the Queen of Cups. Two good cards, but the Queen of Cups negative could be that she's too emotional, and the Justice card is asking you to be more logical and look at the facts of what you're doing. So that that's the one thing I would say with this card and those two cards there. You have this chain card. It says chain of events that will affect your life. Yes, I think things are adding up. 3 tenths, right? So, technically 4 tenths, but I feel that for a lot of you, this is saying things are all you're connecting the dots. You have this tankard. It says celebration, fun, and enjoyment. We talked about this the whole entire time, that you need to have more fun. You have this broom card. It says new home, new attitude. This doesn't have to be a move, although for some of you, I do feel you're getting that travel bug, like we said earlier with the Knight of Wands. So some of you could want to move, but you could be moving, but this could also just represent updating your environment, which could create some positive changes as well. Really good reading, Aquarius. I like where this is going, so thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.